I think there is like a consciousness element to everything for sure.
Fair enough. All right, Light, weigh in and educate all of us, please.
So I'll say this. I think Chris, as much as I want to agree with you, I don't. And the reason why is because physics has labeled the coin coherence or decoherence. That's why we actually have the word that gives a definition for us to use. And when we're studying, what they try to do is they give this definition to the observation of what they see in these waveform states. And if we give it a physical definition in physics, coherence is this is the definition, is the property where waves or quantum states maintain a fixed, predictable phase relationship with one another. A decoherence phase is the process where a dictate quantum system, which is the information field, loses that internal phase relationship and stops acting like a wave because it interacts with the outside world. So what we're seeing is the coherence is the information field. The decoherence is what we're describing as an entropy rate. And so in physics, if they're physically defining it as a meaning and a behavior state, then how are we not able to use that? You know what I mean? Because coherence is physically in quantum.
Can I answer just right here?
Well,
Just let her finish. Let her finish real quick.
It's the most important point, though, because we're talking about.
Just one last sentence.
No, but let her finish real quick.
Yeah, just one last sentence.
Yeah, let her finish.
It's just, yeah, I'm just saying the coherence physically is a quantum state, so information field, where parts share a stable wave phase, enabling interference. What that means is we are enabling interference, which is what? Chaos. Decoherence is the loss of this phase relationship due to the interaction. So we're looking at what we're seeing in physical matter happen, and that is a prime example of the terminology. So if we're using it in a state of decoherence means you're out of alignment, right? It's an easy way to put it in layman's terms. Coherence means you're in alignment. It's describing wave harmony, stable phases, superpositions, and interference. So, I mean, I don't see where we can't use it.
I like to chime in. He thinks of it more like realistic and not spiritual. And I get that. And I see the spiritual side and the realistic side of it.
Well, I just gave you the realistic.
But yeah, I was going to say.
Let me finish it. Spiritually, you need to have divine feminine and divine masculine. You need to be strong enough to be able to lead, take control, but be soft enough in your feminine to protect, listen, and able to meet her on that level to have understanding. On the physical aspect of it, there's 3 ways to achieve this. Either you let the man lead, the woman follows, you stand beside each other, or you let the woman lead and the man follows. That's just how I look at this completely.
Now, I don't disagree. Hold on real quick. I don't disagree with everything you said, but you're talking now about another layer of the physical, whereas Chris is trying to talk about a layer that is more granular, which is fair. I think both of y'all are right for sure.
Issues with what he also said about that layer.
And what I would say is that Light is over there talking about like super duper granular of the physical with I think a general understanding of the spiritual. And so that's what I would say.
And me and Light are in a fist fight.
Yeah, I have a question.
Get out of the way.
No,
have a
you can be in a fist fight. I'm in a hug fight. I'll give you hugs all day long.
Let's call it a pillow fight. We'll call it a
How would
pillow
you
fight.
I have
define
a
that?
question. So,
Agreed.
Anybody can answer this. I would love these panel members to answer this. So that love that is revealed, whether you experience it near death, NDEs, or enlightenment, or whatever means you had experienced it, what kind of qualities do that love have, and how does it differ from the love that you obviously knew that was wrong, meaning the current love that you think was right, but you later discovered that it was wrong? Anybody?
Nothing wrong with that question, but it is a complete like deviation from the granular physical conversation that we're having.
Later then.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought, and let's.
Yeah.
and then
Hey, Avatar, the issue I'm having is that by not defining things well, we end up in this like cyclical nomenclature argument where we're asking what the definitions mean, and then by allowing ourselves to get into that quagmire, we just open up this like esoteric thing where we can just like define everything, whatever, and then nothing matters anymore. Like what I'm trying to point at is that you actually create the bridge to quantum physics from esoteric knowledge by defining things well. And you guys are like battling me in the worst possible battleground because I'm like literally in the one last bastion of like how we define things so we can meet in the same place. If
Bro,
that
we
makes
Hey, no,
actually
time out.
listen. We
Time out.